It's Week 7 of the NFL. And up next, it's Bo Nix. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Broncos and the Saints on Thursday night.
It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years. And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Kate Scott. Punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway in prime time on Thursday Night Football. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll enter just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it.
So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down.
I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
So now we're going to look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. They're brought out by the 5th-round rookie out of South Carolina, Spencer Rattler.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here he's got to play some clean ball.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Taken in by Hill, right side.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Broncos headed out. Jaleel McLaughlin headed out with them. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Nix with it on 1st. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos need only 1 to take the lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This one's taken in by Hill. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Quick slant, caught by Shaheed. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. In on the tackle is Jonathan Cooper. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Riley Dixon on the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. He takes it at the 4. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. It's Nix out of the pistol. McLaughlin's got it. Complete. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. But so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Connects on the crosser. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
We've arrived. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. At the 10. 3 yards the pickup. Now it's 3rd and 8. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos pull out in front further, 13-zip. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Got his target. It's Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Throwing from the gun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
2nd and 10 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
To the air, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Riley Dixon getting set to punt it once again. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Returnable from near the end zone. And he can't make anything happen on that return. That stopped about as deep on their own side as you can be. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Broncos are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Here's the handoff. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Desmond King up to make the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Nix. Escapes the pocket. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Saints will get set to take over. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running back sent in motion. Throwing is Rattler. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Riley Moss with that tackle.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Gets this one to Shaheed. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they're going to bring him down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 39. He's still going at the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Has it in close. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Johnson now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, well, plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1. Make your case for who should get a boost. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Gets everything he has under this throw. To the outside, it's intercepted. And the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Looking to throw, Rattler. Completes this one to Hill. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
2nd and 8. Has him on the quick hitter. Has some daylight through the 40. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Rattler. Short pass brought in. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. 2nd down now, 7 to go. He's back to throw. Throwing for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this one, and the visiting Broncos taking a lead into that locker room. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Plenty of great games coming up in the next few days, starting with the last of our 3 London games. Pats and Jags from Wembley, early start, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, another doubleheader. Ravens-Bucks at 8:15 Eastern, followed by Chargers-Cardinals from the desert 45 minutes later. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Saints offense ready to start this third quarter. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They give on second to Kamara. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. First down, ball at the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Rattler setting to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's now second and 19 at the 27-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Rattler to the air now. Olave with the catch. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. They'll send out the punting unit. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. He'll get it at the 9. And he gets him what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. The Broncos and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they came in on a rough stretch, 4 straight losses, but things looking better now as they've got this lead. Nix with it on first. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Nix from the gun. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. First and 10 now from the 30.
And the Broncos first down.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. All the way, touchdown Denver. The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. One after tries goodbye Lutz. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Counter give to Kamara. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Kamara's got it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And it sets up 2nd down. Here's Rattler. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Now Rattler. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Shaheed now to return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go down. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick-6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Getting right back to it after that interception. Into the hands of Olave. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Rattler back to throw. This is reeled in by Kamara. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. They send Cooks left. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing is Rattler. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Gruffy. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Saints ball as we start the 4th, but any efforts might just be futile facing that deficit. Lengthy fourth down try here. They need 6. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. They kick the running back in motion. They'll throw it again. Dump off caught by his back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10 now. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Rattler escapes out to the left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Nick's urging everybody to the line. Back to the well again. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And they're going to take over possession. Play action on 1st down. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Oh, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Dumped off to his running back.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. His work begins at the 31. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. He's got it inside the 25. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Complete. It's Ingram. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's bottled up the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Broncos nearing their 2nd win in the campaign. They'll throw again. Nix buys time, rolling right. And they take this in for the score. The Broncos put up even more points in a win. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos continue piling on to this lead.
Saints 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. And look at this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Here comes the Saints offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Rattler. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Another throw coming on 2nd and 10. Catch made by Cooks. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and come back and make a big one for yourself.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Rattler to the air now. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 4th and forever coming up. Rattler setting to throw. His running back catches it downfield. Hits the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints making the scoreboard look a touch better. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. Reed now to kick this one away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's going for it again. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football.
Tell you how to get rich quick. 20 a month and I can show you how the other half lives. Yeah, I can take you out of this. Get on on your grind and take the dive. Can you riddle me this? If a house is just a loan, why not double your chips? Look up a property in your city, then buy it and flip. You just copped yourself a brand new whip. You poor thing, I know you wanna live just like this. Tired of working down to the bone, giving your checks to the man and crawl back in the hole. Yo, I can turn the dirt into gold. Just take a little slice of heaven and bring it right back.